Sports Rewind Digital. This is the Christmas show live with BJ. Davo is sorting some stuff out on his end, so he'll be on soon. BJ, how are you, mate?
Good, mate. How you travelling, mate?
Yeah, pretty good, mate. Pretty good. Been a
Ready
big weekend.
ready for a bit of downtime?
Yeah, mate. Absolutely. No, we had a big weekend, obviously, in Melbourne with the kids' sport, and yeah, it was pretty hectic, but well worth it.
Yeah, that's awesome. How'd they go, mate?
Oh, they did really well. They've a couple of Grace got a gold. Both girls got 2 silvers, 2 bronze, I believe. So they had a really good time and competed really well. So
good to
can't
hear.
complain with that.
Unfortunately, the boys were beaten by the weather this week.
Yeah, no good.
So, no games. They was it's a little bit too wet. And Sunday come out a cracking day, so with an afternoon storm. So they were pretty disappointed, but it is what it is.
Yeah, a bit of a washout. It sort of happens a fair bit with summer sport, doesn't it? You get that, those storms at the end of the day, or even start of the day. So
yeah, that's it.
This guy, Chigi. Oh, Tank, he's been in the comments here since 6:24. I hope you haven't been waiting that long for the show, mate. What's your trials, mate? Is that Huddo region or is it Newcastle?
That'll be for State Cup, mate. This Monday and the following Monday, State Cup trials will be on. So it's the representative team for the Hunter Coast. So a combination of Newcastle and the Central Coast. So
nice.
Yes, that'll be good. I'll catch
good
him
luck,
down
Tank.
there.
And everyone else. So let's add Davo in. Let's see if he can if he's got us. Look at that. I know why he's late. He's been suiting up. Stand up and give us a look at that, old son.
More like IT.
Oh, wow.
Hey.
That's a cracker.
That's fantastic.
Styling and profiling.
I hope you're wearing that in the office. I hope you're wearing that in the office and on the train during the week, mate.
Well, it'll get a run at the cricket Christmas party or any other parties I go to just to embarrass the family. I've already shown them. They're just shaking their heads. I said, wait till you're seen in public with me looking like this.
Absolutely.
They should love it. Christmas spirit.
Oh, man, as soon as I saw the jacket at Kmart, it's like, I've got to have that. Best $20 ever spent.
I love it. Absolutely love it. How'd cricket go this weekend, mate? We haven't even talked about cricket for you this weekend. How did you travel?
Got wet. No, we actually got a game in. The Duckworth-Lewis system came into effect. Thankfully, we bowled them out for 57. From there, 30-something overs. So we needed 38. So we got that. No worries. So it was a win. Everyone else got washed out. But good thing was we only had 10 due to a late pull-out. So Ella got to field a few overs. So it's probably the one and only time actually on the same field as Ella. So great moment. Even though I was only fielding for about 6-7 overs. Loved every second of it.
Did you get the bat together or what?
No, she was just a fill-in, so she didn't get the bat, and she was spewing at that. She wanted to. But the highlight was, as we're walking off, she goes, oh, I've played, therefore I qualify to get afternoon tea. All she wanted was something to eat.
Beautiful. Hey, I sent, I don't know if you've seen it, Randall, I sent you blokes an Instagram message, the new ninth grade cricket. Well, you heard of the shoey. Well, ninth grade cricket's got the cup shoey, they called it. And it was drinking milk from the old DP. So man of the match gets to do a cuppy.
Yeah, pass.
Yeah, I'm out for that too. But I'd never be man of the match, Davo. So That's all right. Righto, let's kick off with some tidbits. We're going to have a bit of a short show tonight. ABL, NBL, NFL, bit of V8s, and our tidbits, and then we'll get out of here. And we're going to have a little short 6-week break from the podcast. So everyone be keen to jump back on next year, and we'll have a bit of downtime for now because we all know what this time of the year is like with Christmas events and all sorts of things going on. So let me throw these in, the old tidbits. I think you're up first, Randall.
Yeah, I don't know how I got these to you, but somehow I did. Only 3 players in MLB history have had 300 plus doubles, 200 plus home runs, 200 plus stolen bases by the age of 30. And 2 out of the 3 are drug cheats. Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, and Jose Ramirez. So hopefully Jose's not in that same category, but yeah, not a bad little feat for the little fella, is it?
It is. Massive achievement.
Very underrated player.
Yep.
Doesn't get the credit that he should.
Yeah, I agree. He signed that massive, well, we say massive contract for Cleveland. You know, he had a lot of suitors a couple of years ago chasing him. He could have gone anywhere he wanted, and he chose to stick there and stay at Cleveland. So I think that's a really good thing. You know, he probably took unders to stay there and want to help to build that clubhouse back up. So, you know,
absolutely
good quality player.
Yes, I agree. I always try to get him with my fantasy team, but yeah, didn't get him last year.
And this one gave me a good chuckle. The Patriots have already lost half the amount of games that Brady lost over the course of 20 years in New England. And it's only been 2.5 seasons since he left.
That's insane.
As much as we pay him out and all that sort of stuff, and all think he's a shit bloke or whatever, he was a bloody good player.
I never liked him playing, but he's still the GOAT.
Yep.
So
having Gronk there helped a lot as well, and the players around him. But really, there hasn't been a whole lot go. It's still the same coach, so it just shows how good he was.
Yeah, for sure. My first tidbit: old Nolan Ryan threw 235 pitches and struck out 19 over 13 innings versus the Red Sox in 1974. Absolute gem. Where's the pitch limits these days? What are we allowed to throw? 125 is the max sort of now, isn't it?
120.
120, yeah.
So,
and then I think he went out and pitched 4 days later or something and threw 7 innings or something. So,
yeah, absolute machine.
What a legend.
The other one I've got, Roberto Clemente is the only player in history to hit a walk-off inside the park grand slam home run.
Was it the Polo Fields?
Mate, might have been.
Polo Grounds? It must have been.
Must have been. But that's a pretty awesome stat, isn't it? So
pretty good.
Yeah. In the old Polo Grounds, what was it?
Has to have been.
What was it? Center field was like 800 feet or something, wasn't it?
I don't know.
That's
something ridiculous.
Yeah, it was playing at Bars Point. That's what it was.
But it was only 150 feet down each line.
Yeah.
Still Vales Point.
Yeah. Yeah. And over to you.
Yeah, so going with the baseball again. So Mariano Rivera is the only Hall of Famer to never score even a single run in his entire big league career. But that's okay. So
it is okay.
So it shows he didn't bat too often. Well, you wouldn't when you're a closer. But the only Hall of Famer never to score a single run in his career.
Insane, isn't it?
I suppose
like you said, a closer in the American League his whole career, so
yeah,
probably never needed.
Right. was probably only World Series that he would have gotten at bats because they didn't really have interleague when he was playing.
Yeah,
but still pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty good stat actually.
Going to see a few more of those pop up. You know, as the Hall of Fame continues on now with the DH and all that, but crazy stat nonetheless. I love this one though, Davo.
So sticking with the pitching, so a pitcher could go out and win 25 games a year, which is unheard of these days. But if a pitcher wins 25 games a year for 20 straight years, still wouldn't have as many wins as Cy Young.
It's crazy too, isn't it? Like, yeah, someone to get 20 wins in a season these days is almost unheard of too, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
When was the last time someone got 20 wins in a season? It wouldn't be. It wouldn't have been for a while, I don't reckon.
We'll have to go to Baseball Reference. There was a couple this year, wasn't there? Wasn't there someone got 21?
20? Did they?
I think you get the odd guy going to 20, but to do 25 games, to win 25 for 20 straight years, no wonder they name an award after him.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Absolute gem. Right.
I wonder how many games. I wonder how many starts he had. As the comparison to wins versus starts, like it'd be an interesting little stat. I'm sure he threw every second or third day. Probably did he? Every third day or something.
Probably. Back then. I can't get onto baseballreference.com at the moment.
Davo's on it already. I can see him.
Got that many tabs going up here with all the crap that we're about to talk about. So
22 years he pitched for. 511 wins, 315 losses, 815 games started over 22 years.
Pretty bloody good, isn't it?
Pretty epic.
So in 1892, he went 36-12 with a 1.93 ERA. He started 49 games.
36-12. That's insane.
He started 49 games out of 162, whatever it is, 62.
But in 1891, he appeared in 55 games and started 46 of them. So, yeah,
he's pretty much starting every third day.
Yeah,
roughly. That's.
So throughout his career, for 162 game average, he was 20-12 with a 2.63 ERA.
Wow,
not bad. You'd have one of him in your lineup, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Prefer two.
Yeah. Two would be all right. But anyway, rounds out our tidbits for 2023. Looking back, I looked back on a few of our tidbits over the sort of last year, and there's been some absolute classics. I should do a bit of a remix of them all for next couple of weeks when we haven't got a show on. The ABL fellas in full swing. Did you blokes catch any of the ABL on the weekend?
I saw some highlights. That was it. Some of the web gems, I guess they're going to call them. But I did see our good mate Cambo line one up the middle and a ridiculous play made to throw him out at first. And we all know he's no slouch when he's moving down the line. But it was a play. Blue Sox are flying pretty good at the moment.
They are indeed. The Adelaide Giants are absolutely killing it, I can tell you. And we had our Newcastle friend, Rickson Wingrove, kill it. Also, I think he went 8 from 14 or something like that. Yeah, here it is. Right. 8 for 14, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 4 doubles, a 1.911 OPS. And he was the hitter of the week or hitter of the round.
Wells, the strikeout leader as well for the league.
Yeah, that's Lachlan Wells.
Lachlan,
yeah. Sure,
he's had a couple of good outings too, hasn't he?
Yeah, no, he's doing real well. Here's the standings anyway. Adelaide Giants are 7-1. Melbourne Aces are 5-3. Brisbane Bandits 4-4. Blue Sox 4-4. The Cavs 2-6, and the Perth Heat are 2-6. A little bit surprising there, isn't it? With the Perth Heat being at the bottom of the table this early on in the season.
Yeah, only 2 weeks in. There's still plenty of time to move and groove, but it's good to see the Blue Sox playing some good baseball. Like we've bagged them out the last couple of years where they've been pretty atrocious and quite disappointing.
Yeah,
and I watched some pretty good plays from those guys over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and there was a play last weekend with throwing out a bloke from centre field at home plate to end an inning and things like that. Again, I think they were playing Brisbane maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some really good plays in the infield, mainly through second base. A little chopper, and old mates made a play to third from second base. He could have taken the out at first or whatever, and he took that risk and went to third and threw a runner out going to third. So
yeah,
couple of real good ones.
Now there's been some solid baseball, and we talked about, obviously, at the start of the year, we talk about the Blue Sox getting a little bit of, how can I say it? The management is a lot better, and, people are interested in going to the games again, which is great to see. And our friend Funky Phil made the trip up to Brisbane during the last weekend, and it's great to see plenty of baseball on the TV, that's for sure. This week, Perth Heat take on the Cavs, Brisbane take on Melbourne, Adelaide versus Blue Sox at Blue Sox Stadium. So plenty of good games on there. And if you are local to any of those games, get down and support the ABL and get out there and have a few beers and get behind it.
I think there was a few families that were looking from Newcastle that were playing down on the Central Coast on Sunday morning with the kids. I think we're going to head straight down from the games to catch those games with Wells and Rickson and that playing for Adelaide as well as a couple at Sydney. So get to see some of our local young grown talent participating.
Nice. That's what you want. Mate, pretty sure the Perth Heat got swept at home. I could not tell you the last time that Perth Heat have been swept at home.
Unheard of.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But great to see Adelaide continuing on from last year. And if you haven't checked out Toddy Van Stensel's sketches from the weekend, go on to the Australian Baseball website or Facebook page. Must have been plenty of activity in the bullpen for him to be able to come up with some of the sketches. Did you, Blake, see them?
Yeah, sir. Some of them, yeah. Good laugh.
Good laugh indeed. But anyway, ABL back on Thursday through to Sunday. The Baseball Plus app, if you haven't got it, go and check it out. What about NFL, fellas? We had Thanksgiving games on, I think was it Friday, our time? Or was it Saturday? Can't remember.
Across the whole weekend, really.
Yeah. Our Monday, there was probably about 7 or 8 games on, which would have been Sunday Thanksgiving over there, I think.
Yeah. I know. I watched some either Friday or Saturday as well. There were plenty of games on.
Yeah. Saturday there was a couple with cricket, with the girls' cricket washed out. Gave us a chance to sort of watch a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
You didn't watch the Commanders, did you?
Did you, mate?
No.
Oh, I watched that game. It was actually not too bad early, but it blew out a bit. But let's go through the scores, I guess.
Watch the 49ers do it pretty easy.
Yeah, they did. Packers beat the Lions. The Cowboys 45 over the Commanders 10. So it was actually not bad early, Davo, but old Dak sort of ran away with it and the Commanders suffered. 49ers beat the Seahawks. So you blokes both watch that, did you?
Yeah, watch most of it, and 49ers didn't really get out of second gear. They were doing it pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. It was I don't know if you've seen sort of snap and the running back got the ball and just ran towards the sideline. I don't know if you've seen this play. And just as if he didn't have the ball, and then all of a sudden threw a little basketball pass over the top. Did you see that one? It was the incomplete pass, but I was hoping that it was going to be a runaway, but it didn't. Quality. I reckon that was one of those ones where they've had a bit of a talk in the huddle and gone, let's try this out, and it didn't work for them.
And I could have used it as a tidbit. Apparently, the 49ers play 5 weeks in a row against bird teams. So they've beaten the Seahawks. They play the Eagles. Then I think they play the Ravens. Then they play the Cardinals and one of the other ones. I thought, wow, I wonder how often, like 5 in a row against that sort of lineup.
Yeah, interesting. That one, I couldn't tell you the last time I've seen something like that.
Yeah, it probably does happen since there's so many teams with birds as like mascots sort of thing. But yeah, just as you're scrolling through, odd things you see.
Fun tidbits, mate.
Yeah.
So the Seahawks got absolutely trampled. The Dolphins beat the Jets 34-13.
That wasn't a bad game though. Really, the Dolphins ran all over them. That was I think I messaged you, Hudson, when I was watching. I've been watching a replay or something maybe, and right on half time there was the pick six.
Yeah.
The Jets it was a close-ish sort of game, and the Jets decided to throw a Hail Mary, and it was a 99-yard pick six for the Dolphins. He pretty much caught it. Well, he was standing in the in goal, and jumped up and caught the ball and ran the length of the field, and nobody stopped him. He had the entire line, like the entire offensive line, I guess, in front of him, and still no one could stop him. Still come down to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And he just put a little move on him and broke his ankles. So
yeah.
From there it went to he just continued on from there though. Dolphins ran away with it from there.
Jets are putrid. Falcons 24 over the Saints 15. Steelers beat the Bengals 16-10.
Bengals rubbish.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of that one.
Put them with the Bills, mate. They're gone for this year.
Gonskis.
Steelers have won a few in a row now.
7-4. They're going all right. Jags 24 over the Texans 21.
How about the Texans turn around from last year?
Yeah.
What did they win? Two games and a draw last year, and that was it?
Yeah, it was something stupid like that.
They were atrocious last year, and what are they? 6-5 now.
6-5, yeah.
Was that the game where Texans had the chance to tie it up, and they've gone the 58-yard field goal on full time, and it's bounced off the crossbar?
Wow.
It was looking good, and then it's just bounced off the crossbar and back into the field of play.
That's a fair shot, isn't it? 58.
I'm sure. It was well over 50.
Yeah.
And they're all there, like doing these ones, waiting for it, and just couldn't get there.
No good. Colts 27 over the Buccaneers 20. The Giants over the Patriots. The Patriots are 2-9. Featured in our tidbits today. Got done 10-7. Imagine paying to go and watch that.
Yeah. Tight
Offense
game.
plus.
Titans 17 over the Panthers 10. The Panthers are 1. That's 1-10. Yeah, right.
Didn't they just sack someone today? I think one of the. Not sure if it was the head coach or one of the coaching staff was gone.
Gonskis. That's fair. 37-14. The Rams beat the Cards. The Broncos beat the Browns 29-12. The Chiefs.
They've now won 5 in a row. The Broncos.
Yeah.
They're on a bit of a roll, 6-5. The Chiefs beat the Raiders 31-17. The Bills, in a close one, got done by the Eagles 37-34. Catch any of this one?
No. I wish I did.
Close game. If we talked about it, we talked a little bit about it last week, thinking the Bills are going to get absolutely trampled, and to be 3 points away, it's still a loss though. 10-1. The Eagles, Ravens beat the Chargers 20-10. Watch a fair bit of that one, Randall, or
I didn't see any of it. It was unfortunately like Monday special. I thought, these are the days when I get to watch the football and the NFL, and training course. So I was in the office. The long
we're lucky
day
to start with. Because that was the 12:15 game on a Monday, so it's like you beauty lunch break, and there's 2 big calls went against the Chargers. So instead of being 1st and goal, it's like 4th and 30 or something because referees missed it, and then there's another one. So they should have had points or been up there for points, but 2 calls went against them that should have been called back, but didn't. So, and then the Ravens just took off from there.
Bit of luck. That's all you need sometimes.
Yeah, makes a big difference, doesn't it? A couple of dicey calls.
Oh, yeah.
And the Bears beat the Vikings 12-10. That's it for our NFL for this week. I guess we'll talk a bit more NFL as we come back in 2023. It'll be at the pointy end by then, and we'll find out who's going to be at the top.
Hopefully, getting started for a Super Bowl party.
Yes, Super Bowl party. That sounds all right. Wonder what the date is. I'll have to book that one in at work. But if not, but yes. Righto. Cricket, Davo. Was there any cricket? I know there's been a fair bit of ladies cricket on at the moment.
T20s have been on.
Yeah, we got flogged. Well, I won't say flogged, but we lost the second T20 over there. Poor old Sean Abbott. Worst bowling figures ever, sort of in a T20. 3 overs, none for 58. So they piled on 238, I think, from their 20 overs. So we got to 191, but I think just, boys, the hangover's still there from the World Cup. I think they're just mentally and probably physically done. So stupid timing of it. But, we've got, I think, 3 more to go. I think there's best of 5.
5.
Yeah. And then
head
home.
I did look at that Indian team, and I don't think I recognised almost anyone in that Indian team.
No, I think there's only
a very young team.
1 or 2 players from the World Cup squad are playing, so that's why they're so fresh and keen.
Yeah, I didn't really see much of the Australian side. I did see Steve Smith opening the batting in the second game. He looked, from what I saw, he looked like he was in decent touch. What did he end up scoring?
Don't know. I didn't catch much of it. I just saw sort of like what the end scores were. But Smudge's signed with the Sixers, so he's going to be playing a bit of Big Bash. But yeah, the WBBL, they're into the finals. So the eliminators on tonight between Brisbane and the Thunder. So Brisbane got 8 for 169 from their 20, and Thunder are none for 10 off 2. So Adelaide,
I'm on the Thunder.
Adelaide, they shit it in, so they're straight through. So now it's just going to be a matter of who they're going to play. It was nice to see the Sydney Bash held at the SCG on Sunday. Pretty good crowd there. Six is showing what they could do if they put it together. But a season of the sort of inconsistency let them down, and Adelaide will be hard to beat though.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't caught much of it this season already, but did watch a little bit at the SCG the other night.
Do you actually have that on at the moment, Davo?
No, just on my phone. I've just got the scores here.
It's a nice little square cut just then from the Thunder over the top. 1 bounce for. Thanks for coming.
Nice. Well, Lauren Smith, who plays for the Sixers, she's a local girl around here. So her brother and sister play for our club. They're both first grade captains at the moment. So the local connection there. Still can't follow Thunder though.
Come on, mate.
Nah.
Why not?
We're a Sixers household.
We're not Bondi latte drinkers here, mate. We're regional. Regional for Thunder.
Latte. Actually, I think you do go vanilla latte or something, don't you, Randall?
It used to be caramel, actually.
Oh, caramel, yeah. My bad.
So
now I drink rose petal tea. Yeah. Now it's just rose petal tea, mate. So
fair enough. I'm not commenting on that. So
bring on the summer of cricket though. So men's Big Bash starts either the 4th or the 7th of December, I think.
Yeah.
So
I think it is the 4th. I think you're right.
Yeah, so that's happening soon. That'll be good. That'll be our watching each night. So bring that on.
Same.
Fair enough. Right.
Can't wait.
V8s, Randall. You catch any of the V8s over the weekend?
I did on Saturday, mate. We had obviously rainouts with sports, so I found myself parked up on the couch when I wasn't, doing all this housework that I'm instructed to do and going through the chore list. But yeah, it was a good race. I was impressed. As you know, big fan of Thomas Randall. Zero relation, but names spelt the same, which is unusual. But having him sitting, I think he was P4, I think, for that first race, and he got himself a podium and finished 3rd. But how good was it? We knew that it was going to be tight over the weekend. Brody Kostecki holding the lead, and Van Gisbergen trying to catch him. And turn 4, first lap, Van Gisbergen come around, and unfortunately, there's a parked car there, cleaned him up. So
messed him up.
Yeah, missed himself a spot. Gave the championship to Brody Kostecki, which is pretty good. And young bloke coming through. It was good to see. Yeah,
that's it. Another young bloke coming through in the comments right now. Matthew Cavill, mate.
Never heard of him. Hey, Cav, good to hear you, mate. Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, no, it was good. I also enjoyed on the Sunday race, mate. We had a young fella come through with the goods. Payne from Penrite won the race too, and that was his first ever win, I believe. So that was pretty cool to see as well. Sort of caught the last sort of 15 or 20 laps with that unfold, and it was a bit of fun.
Yeah, pretty disappointing. We've obviously lost we're no longer going to be having the races here in Newey. It was such a great weekend. Great track, all that sort of stuff. Just a shame that those little fuddy-duddy do-gooders kept kicking up a stink, and
what do you do? Can't do much about it, mate. I'm with you. It was awesome.
Gold Coast re-signed for another 5 years or something.
Yeah.
Their residents put up with it.
Yeah, that's right.
I think they came up with a number, like it was something like whatever the number was of people that were coming to visit the event over the weekend was 300 and something thousand or 400,000 people for the weekend. The next biggest, I think, attraction was something random like a
schoolies.
This is for Newcastle, mate. There's no schoolies here. Everyone's getting the hell out of here. But
I seen that.
It was only like 100 100,000 or 80,000 or something was the next biggest event
Yeah.
they'd had for a weekend in Newcastle. And it's like, how does that even compare? Like, how's it, the money that it's brought into the community, how do you not go it again because a couple of people didn't like the noise?
Yeah.
During the day. Must be the same as the old fella across the road that complains when I mow the lawn at midday.
Yeah. Just get the whippersnipper out there, mate, at 7 a.m. on the fence, on the tin fence, and run it along a few times. Works a treat.
Upset him.
You're right. Like, it was an awesome event, but it brought in so much to Newcastle and all the surrounds. Yeah, I'm pretty shattered it's gone. Bathurst is getting a half race, I believe, is race 1. Bathurst 500, I believe it is, instead of Newcastle being round 1. So they're going to get 2 goes at it, and good luck to them. So
yep.
But that's the V8's done and dusted as well. So a couple more things to do some scores on the NBL. I actually watched a couple of games over the weekend. It's good to see. I haven't watched any NBA, but I watched a bit of the NBL. Melbourne's still on top, 12 games played, 10 wins, 2 losses. Sydney 7-4. The Jack Jumpers 7-5, same as Perth. Southeast Melbourne 6-6. Brisbane are 5-7. So it'd be pretty cool to see a couple more games. It would be awesome to see a game live, actually. We should get down to a Kings game, I reckon.
Christmas Day.
Been a Christmas Day, is it?
Yeah, Kings have got a game on Christmas night.
Okay. That'd be
following the NBA.
Yep.
I'll be Paro.
Yeah.
So who's driving?
Yeah, not saying I'm going to go to it. I'm just saying they do have a king. It's not the same without being the old entertainment centre.
Yeah.
Quite often when I worked down there Friday night, there'd be a Kings game on. You'd sort of have drinks in the city after work, go to a Kings match, kick on somewhere else, and you're right near Central and away you go. So being out at Kudos out there at Homebush, yeah, it's a hike.
Did you ever get to a Falcons game at Newcastle Entertainment Centre, Davo, back in the day?
No, didn't.
You missed
Fat Elvis with the D and the fence. It was always good value, the Falcons, and then it went to Hunter Pirates, and they were Pirates. But,
got to a couple of those games, a couple of free tickets from the masseuse.
Yeah, did you get a run in the box there? Did you, Randall?
Yeah, I did.
Not a bad
newer guy.
Little box there. It was good value. So, yes. Anyway, NHL, fellas, I'm going to give you a quick wrap up of that. Boston Bruins are 10 wins, 1 loss. Detroit are 7
again, aren't they?
Yeah. Rangers 8-2. Jersey Devils are 7-3 in the Metropolitan. In the West and Central, Dallas are 7-3, same as the Avalanche. In the Pacific, Golden Vegas Knights 11-1. The Canucks are still up there, 9-2, and that's all I'm reporting on for the NHL. But yeah, all right, fellas, it's been a quality year of talking crap on here, sport and whatever else we talk about. We're going to have a 6-week break. We all know how busy it is at this time of the year, so going to have a bit of a break for 6 weeks, recoup for next year, and talk some more sport. And be at that time it'll be ramped up, ready for all the trades in baseball. All that will be happening, and there's plenty of that going on at the moment, and sort of ramps up again.
Signings already happening, really.
Yeah. But it ramps up a bit before Christmas and then again after Christmas. So
NFL playoffs will be starting to come back around.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's going to be good. Starting to get ready for our baseball season too. So, ABL will be, really cranking by then. It'll be good.
Always welcome, Cav. And we'll have to get you on to talk about Summer Sizzler. It'll be it'll be the week after we come back here. So it's just before Australia Day, and plenty of events on with the drop bears and plenty of opportunities for kids. We do appreciate that.
Down Under Winter Classic again. Looks great. I know my kids they're both registered this year already. Freaking couldn't get enough of it last year. The little one was filthy last year. He didn't sign up, but he's eager as this year, the little one.
It's got a message also, Cav, not long ago from Randall. He's booked the penthouse, so it's going to be on.
It was like $500 difference between a 2-bedroom ground floor and a 2-bedroom penthouse. I don't know what was going on, but we'll take it.
Fair.
Hey, and at least and I've got parking this year. Last year that was brutal.
Yeah, it was brutal.
If you didn't get back in time, you missed a car park. You go park in the shopping centre.
Yeah.
Poor old Cav, he wouldn't have got his vehicle in there.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. All right. Fellas, have a good Chrissy. Thanks again for your support over the year. And I really do appreciate, Randall, you getting your tidbits in early today. All right. First time all year that you've got your tidbits in before 8:30. So I really do appreciate it.
I've got no social media anymore.
Merry Christmas. There's your Christmas present. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Merry Christmas
Cav,
to you.
We'll be on, Cav. You want beers are on. We'll be good.
Absolutely. Yeah. Merry Christmas to those that listen and have supported us over the last year as well. All right, fellas, let's get out of here. Peace out.
Catch us all.